as I kind of thought of this idea of like doing a bike retreat, I just kind of leaned on our wilderness retreat experiences that we offer for students that take backpacking, but we're like, let's do something here and do something more local. So I was like, oh, there's ways to get from here, Lakewood, from the school, and basically be on a trail for over 95% of our trip. We decided to load up the bikes here and bike all the way down to Akron and camp out for a night. It was a 42-mile trip down, 42 miles back, so 84 altogether. But we used this thing called the Ecological Stations of the Cross. So it was basically the version of the Stations of the Cross focused on the environment and the world around us. So we would stop around every 7 or 8 miles, and we did half of them as we went down, and the other half as we came back. Really, at the end of the day, though, like what I saw happen though was like brotherhood really expanded, especially as we were doing the Stations of the Cross.
Pretty humbling experience, I would say.
Yeah.
But definitely fun. You see the contrast between the city and the wildlife, but it's definitely good experience to see the contrast between nature and city.
It's like surprising how fast you can build a bond with guys. It was like a small group, but you know, I learned a lot about them.
There's like a lot of talking, just bonding, connecting with each other, and biking as a group.
I was kind of like nervous at first, you know, I wasn't like expecting how I would, you know, get into the swing of motions and everything. I started getting to know the guys just as we were setting up, and this was also my first retreat with the school, so it kind of gives me a greater like appreciation. I'm excited to find more ways to do retreats.
You know, like there's this station about Simon helping Christ carry his cross, and one of our students is struggling to make the last couple of miles of the bike experience. So our guys, on our way down there, a couple of them, we just bike next to him and like push us back to get him all the way to the finish line, which is pretty powerful.
It was really, really fun. The biking was pretty tough, but it wasn't crazy.
The transition for like these young people when they go from like the busyness of our world, like especially the city, and then getting into nature and just seeing like the peace that it brings, even if they're not trying to be super prayerful, like there is a peace that comes with just being in nature and being so interconnected with God and nature, because when you're like rolling down the path, like you can't help but just like be like, this is really beautiful.